How long will it take to make money with this YouTube program, with this digital age program? A very good question, an important question. We need to have some prediction. First of all, whatever I say does need to be taken with a grain of salt, because the world doesn't operate on this type of security, safety, and 100% this is what it will be. You know that from your dental practice and from your other practice. Life doesn't operate that way. So first, number one, for about a year, expect absolutely nothing. You know, you got to put money in for about a year before the whole thing starts going into traction. What do I mean by traction? You put X amount of money in it, and you get X amount of back, and maybe a little more, and that starts growing. Then you're in this growing type of phase where the compounding effort actually makes something. So that takes about a year. Will it be 10 months? Will it be 14 months? It's in that time frame. Now, when that happens, then it goes a little better. You know, now it's kind of much more predictable. Of course, you are expected at that moment not to take out any and all money, but play on the house. So let's just say you put X amount in it and you get, let's say, 15, 10% more out of it, or 20%, or whatever it is. It doesn't matter, or 50 or 100% more out of it, that you put that back, okay? So let's just use the number, 1,000 in, 1,500 out. Now you put the next month's 1,500 in it. This is called playing on the house, and this is called reinvesting. Any and all businesses have to do that in order to go somewhere. Otherwise, you will just always kind of like, you know, tracking along there. But the beauty is, after that first year, more or less, you play on the house. The investment is done. Now you just keep it growing and keep it growing. And in about a year after that, basically 2 years by now, you should be at a point where this shit really actually makes you money. And again, it all depends how much you put back in it and reinvest, and when you start taking money out, that's different for everybody. You can grow it up. But making 20, making 30, making 15, making $40,000, anything between 15 and 30 and 40, at the end of 2 years should be more or less in real good grab. So something else, and something very important, you might like it, and it might not apply to you. If it doesn't apply to you, it doesn't apply. The actual investment of doing that, well, I still think it's one of the greatest things. And by the way, do I think that 2 years is a long time to wait for money back? Absolutely not. No way. Okay? Companies like Amazon, companies like Tesla, just about all, they took a long time to make money. In fact, let's look at your own practice. How long did it take there to make the money back from the dental school, from the investment, the chairs, the blah, 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 boom, you know? What do you think why we are in this business? Why we put you in this type of business? Because we have seen that dentistry, to a very high degree, not completely of course, is almost a dead-end thing. Most dentists are disappointed with the amount of free time and the amount of money they're making, and that after 10, 20, 30, and 40 years in dental practice. So no, to get money back in 2 years, to play on the house in about 1 year is fast. In the stock market, you would have to invest $1.2 million at a 10% investment, that investment never going down because of like problems in the economy around the world, in order to make $10,000. 10%, 1.2 million is 120,000, divided by 12 months is 10,000. You would have to first have $1.2 million saved up in order to then make 120,000 a year or 10,000 a month. How long will that take to make that money back? So it's fast, just to let you know. Now let's come to the good news. You know, or you should know, or I'm telling you, we have been in the dental marketing business for a long time. We have helped dentists to double and triple their practice in a year's time. In fact, we have promised that, sometimes even more if they were smaller and things like that, much more than 2, 3, and 4 times. We are not doing that anymore alone, because we believe, as I just said a minute ago, that overall, while it is still wonderful that we have dentists, and it's good that we have dentists and we need them, and it's great that you have fun, but overall, it is a financial dead end it isn't bringing the dreams dentists dreamed to have when they went to dental school 20 and 30 and 40 years ago. It isn't happening, and if you look at the economy, if you look at the politics, if you look at the insurance politics and the pharmaceutical politics, it isn't getting better. It hasn't for 30 years since I'm a dental consultant. It is getting worse. So, nevertheless, we're good in creating new patients. We haven't gotten traction, and you're not happy, and you say, I'm at a loss, and I don't want to put one more penny in it. It would be a shame, but let's assume we're at that level. I will say, and I will probably have started about 4, 5, 6 months before, so basically in 4, 5, or 6 months after you start, I will start creating new patients for you. Included in this program, I will do that at our cost, part of this program, okay? We are relatively good at it, so we can do it, and it's part of the internet saying it one way or the other way. Different than making the videos, but nevertheless, it's something we are set up. We will create enough new patients based on your ward. You will tell us, yes, Helmut, I need about 3 to 4 new patients a month in order to make my, so to say, payments. And I will get you as many new patients needed as whatever money you have put in. Now, maybe it takes me 4, 5, and 6, and let's just say 12 months after you finish this and don't want to continue anymore, the YouTube program, maybe it takes me that long to get it. Probably not at all. But let's assume, but we will do that. So in about a half a year into it, when you're still not expecting any return on your money, almost not possible, we will start creating new patients for you, and a month or 2 later, 3 months later, actually we will be starting to see minimally the amount of patients bringing you the amount of money in it which your program costs, and thus you right there already running on basically on the house money. And if in a year or so you somehow are not satisfied with this YouTube program and kind of somehow lose faith and hope in it, and whatever, for whatever reason, we will continue getting you new patient that by the end of it, you will never have lost money. That is my guarantee. I understand you need to believe it. I understand you need to have the trust that I will do that, because in the end, nothing else. But you should, you really should. Because let me tell you something, getting started in the internet business, getting started in the digital age business, having an exit strategy program, especially if you're in a business like yours where you're handcuffed to the job and which overall regulations and insurance companies, keep pushing you more and more down, and having that program as a try and guaranteed that actually it will be, in the end, not costing you, even though you have to dish it out before, that is just simply phenomenal. I hope you don't jug it off and it's too good to be true, because it's starting to reach that thing. Even though, just look at the millions of people who make millions of dollars monthly, not yearly, on the internet. All that shit is too good to be true also for the way we have been thinking up till about now. I hope this helped.